Global food commodity prices rose in April, driven by higher prices for major cereals, meat, and dairy products, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations.
유엔 식량농업기구는 주요 곡물과 육류, 유제품의 가격이 오르면서 지난달 세계 식량 가격 지수가 상승했다고 발표했습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so this is, of course, concerning news as well. So they're saying that global food prices have climbed again in April, and this is according to the UN FAO. The FAO Food Index or Food Price Index rose 1% from March and is now 7.6% higher than a year ago. And they say that cereal prices led the jump, with wheat, rice, and corn all seeing increases due to tighter supplies and strong demand. Meat prices rose 3.2%, especially pork and beef, as import demand stayed strong. Dairy prices also climbed, with butter hitting a record high amid falling European inventories. But they do say that not everything went up. Vegetable oil prices dipped 2.3% thanks to higher palm oil production in Southeast Asia. Sugar prices also dropped by 3.5% as economic uncertainty weighed on demand from major buyers like the food and beverage industries. But despite these declines, food markets remain volatile, with global demand, weather, and trade policies all influencing prices.
It's interesting to see which prices went up and which prices went down there.
Yeah.
And what's a food commodity, Karen?
A food commodity is an agricultural product. It can be either raw or processed that is intended for human consumption and traded in financial markets.
commodity 자체가 어떤 상품이라는 의미가 있어서 food commodity는 식료품이 되겠습니다. What about dairy products?
Dairy products, some of my favorites. So they're foods that are derived primarily from the milk of mammals, such as cows, goats, and sheep. So they can include a wide range of foods like milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, and ice cream.
Dairy products는 유제품이고요. 스펠링이 D-A-I-R-Y인데 A하고 I를 순서 바꿔버리면은 일기, diary가 돼버리죠. 요거 어릴 때 많이 헷갈렸었던 것 같아요. Dairy products, 유제품. So yeah, I mean, I like all sorts of different milks. It doesn't have to be necessarily cow's milk, oat milk, almond milk. That's all a part of the dairy food range, right?
Well,
is it not?
I don't think you would call almond milk dairy.
Oh, because they don't come from
Yeah,
mammals.
it doesn't come from
You're
cows.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got confused with anything that is called a milk.
Milk, yeah.
Right. So thank you so much. I stand corrected. Dairy products, 유제품. Products that primarily come from mammals like butter, cheese, what else? Milk, as we said.
Yogurt, yeah.
Yogurt, yep. All right, well, here it is again. Global food commodity prices rose in April, driven by higher prices for major cereals, meat, and dairy products, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Let's move on to the next headline.
A painting by Martha Rothko, thought to be worth tens of millions of dollars, has been removed from display in a Dutch museum after it was damaged by a visiting child.
수천만 달러의 가치가 있는 것으로 알려진 마크 로스코의 그림이 네덜란드 미술관 전시 도중 관람객 어린이에 의해 훼손되면서 전시가 중단되는 일이 벌어졌습니다.
Oh, yeah. So,
What happened?
I would be horrified if I were the parents of this child. But yes, so the artwork, it's called Gray Orange on Maroon number 8.
Yep.
And it was on temporary exhibit in Rotterdam when this child who was visiting this museum touched it, and it caused visible damage to its unvarnished surface.
I believe the kid scratched the painting, right?
Yeah. So museum officials say the damage is superficial, and conservation experts are assessing how to best restore it. The piece is expected to return to public view in the future, but I guess we will have to see. I think they haven't really disclosed any information on, what to do about it in terms of how to assess the damage or how, like, if they're going to ask the parents to do anything about it. So we don't have any information on that. In terms of Rothko, he's known for his iconic color field works. His works have fetched nearly $24 million at recent auctions. Museums, they've kind of, I think these days they're kind of keeping this sort of policy to encourage young visitors to connect with art.
Yeah.
But this sort of rare incident, it kind of highlights the challenges of trying to balance accessibility with preservation.
Yeah. When you say that the scratch marks were superficial, that means it's just on the surface, right?
surface, yes.
It wasn't a deep scratch or a cut. But nonetheless, it was in some ways damaged.
Yeah.
자, 한 어린이가 Grey Orange on Maroon No. 8라는 이 작품을 살짝 긁어가지고요. 여기 스크래치 마크가 생겨서 일단은 전시가 중단됐다고 하는데 superficial, 그러니까 표면에만 이제 살짝 있는 스크래치 마크고 엄청나게 깊은 건 아니기 때문에 그래도 큰 문제는 안 되지 않을까 그냥 추측은 하지만서도
Yeah, but sometimes I don't know with the world of art, you never know what's going to blow up. Maybe this piece it might be considered really special because it has this sort of special scratch mark. So it might be worth even more later on. Who knows?
그러게 말입니다. 그러니까 이제 문제는 만약에 이 작가가 지금도 현존해 있었으면 그럼 그 위에다 페인팅 조금만 다시 해주세요. 뭐 이러면 되겠지만 1970년에 사망한 이 라트비아 출신의 화가란 말이죠. 그래서 이제 그 본 작품을 훼손하기는 한 것이고 그래도 큰 상처는 아니지만 일단은 어떻게 될지는 모르겠습니다. 전시는 중단이 됐어요.
Yes.
This work or works by Rothko are thought to be worth quite a lot.
Yes, yeah. So when you say thought to be something, it means that something is generally believed or assumed to be true, but there might not be complete certainty or proof to support that belief. And then when we talk about worth, it's equivalent in value to the sum or item specified. So when it's thought to be worth something, we're saying it's presumed to be worth such and such amount.
worth, worth something. 무엇만큼의 가치가 있다. 근데 정확하게 얼마다라고 말할 수 없을 때는 it's thought to be worth 얼마 이렇게 얘기하면 되겠죠. And if something is removed from display?
Yeah, so it means it's just taken out from public viewing. It's been, right now it's being fixed, so we can't see it anymore. It's not on public display.
That's right. 전시에서 제거됐다라는 의미가 되겠죠. 그래서 그 전시가 중단이 됐다 이렇게 해석을 해봤습니다. Here's the headline again. A painting by Mark Rothko, thought to be worth tens of millions of dollars, has been removed from display in a Dutch museum after it was damaged by a visiting child. Let's move on to the final headline.
The world's tallest and smallest dog showed that friendship comes in all sizes as Reggie, a 7-year-old Great Dane, and Pearl, a 4-year-old Chihuahua, quickly bonded during a recent playdate, according to Guinness World Records.
기네스북은 얼마 전 세계에서 가장 큰 개인 7살 그레이트 데인종 레지와 가장 작은 개인 4살 치와와 펄이 만나 함께 노는 시간을 가졌다고 알리면서 이날 둘이 빠르게 친해짐에 따라 몸집의 크기에 상관없이 우정은 똑같다는 사실을 보여줬다고 밝혔습니다. Right, so this is adorable.
Yeah.
You have this massive dog and this tiny dog.
I mean, well,
they
you
bonded.
know, even with friendship comes in all sizes and shapes, even for people, why not for dogs?
Yeah, exactly.
So this happened in Idaho, and they're saying that it's the world's tallest and smallest dogs, and they met for an adorable play date.
So how tall and how small are these dogs?
Yeah, so the Great Dane, Reggie, he's 7 years old, and he stands at 1.02 meters tall.
Wow.
And Pearl is a Chihuahua measuring just 9.14 centimeters. 9 centimeters is about this tall, right?
Very, very small.
Yeah.
그렇습니다. 자, 세계에서 가장 큰 개, Great Dane 종이고요. 이름이 Reggie인데 1m가 조금 넘습니다.
Yeah, so this probably the size of maybe a 5-6-year-old child, right? Or the height of maybe a 5-6-year-old child. So their playful encounter was captured by Guinness World Records, who helped bring their record-holding pups together. So Pearl's owner described her tiny diva as fearless and fashionable, noting that she loves big dogs and even gets her nails painted, while Reggie's owner was surprised by how quickly the gentle giant warmed up to his pint-sized guest. And they sniffed each other, scampered about, snuggled, proving that friendship truly comes in all sizes.
Absolutely. 많이 쓰는 표현이 It comes in all shapes and sizes. 이렇게 얘기를 많이 합니다.
Yep.
그냥 아주 다양한 형태와 크기로 존재한다. 강아지의 우정도 그런 것 같습니다. 가장 큰 개가 네 발을 다 땅에 딛고 섰을 때 1m니까 만약에 이제 뭐 발을 든다든지 점프를 한다든지
yes.
그러면 그냥 웬만한 성인
Maybe
만큼의
taller.
더 클 수도 있고요. 그 정도로 굉장히 큰 키를 자랑하고 있고 그다음에 작은 세계에서 가장 작은 치와와 이름이 아까 Pearl이었죠? 예, 진주네요. Pearl은 한 9cm 정도 돼요. 그러니까 두 개의 키 차이가 한 90cm가 됩니다.
She would really fit in like one of those big mugs.
Yeah. She would fit in my tiny little
She
handbag.
would fit in your bag, yes. You could carry her anywhere.
그러니까요. 핸드폰도 제 생각에 한 10cm는 넘죠?
She would be the size of your phone.
이거보다 작은 거네요. Oh my goodness, that's tiny. 와, 9cm. 그런데 이제 둘이 그런 우정을 보였습니다. They bonded.
When you bond with someone, it means to establish a relationship with someone based on shared feelings, interests, or experiences.
그래요. Bond. 유대감이 형성됐다는 의미가 있어서 the two dogs bonded. And people obviously can bond as well. You can have a bonding session amongst employees, for example, so that you just get friendly with each other. Now what's a play date?
A play date. So parents do this all the time. They set a play date for their children to get together and play together. But you can also do this with pets as well. You can have a play date with your pets where the pet owners can set a date to have a little friendly session and have their pets spend time together and play together.
Exactly. So when you hear the word play in English, normally you can associate this with a child. So grown-ups don't really play unless it's a game or a sport.
Yeah.
So already with the word play, you think of a child, and a date, obviously. We know what a date is, but this is not a romantic date. It means that two families or more gather together with children.
Yes.
In this case, with pets.
With pets, yeah.
그래요. 아이들과 아니면은 반려동물과 함께 만나서 노는 시간. 이런 것들을 이제 플레이데이트라고 하는데 아이들끼리 노는 게 아니고요. 이렇게 부모와 보호자와 같이 있을 때 하는 걸 말합니다. All right, well, here's the headline one more time. The world's tallest and smallest dogs showed that friendship comes in all sizes, as Reggie, a 7-year-old Great Dane, and Pearl, a 4-year-old Chihuahua, quickly bonded during a recent playdate, according to Guinness World Records. That's it for the headlines with Karen Choi.